What is up, everyone? So, obviously, yesterday we went down all the way to Plymouth Argyle. Luckily enough, we've been given the opportunity to take the longest away day out of the season and get it out of the way first. Especially when you go down there and lose 3-1. As far as painful trips go, that's certainly up there, if I'm being honest. I think there's 3 more that have been worse than that, and that's the 2 Cardiff trips where we lost, both in the 90th and 98th minute, and then the Swansea trip where we didn't even have a shot on target. Those 3 were all a bit more painful, but for us to open the season like that is completely unacceptable. Have a following of 1,600 fans, all going all the way to the longest away day that we can do, and Ballymumba's walking through the team like we're a pub side. I've said some stuff in the past on this channel that's probably been unfair. I've said some stuff that's been spot on, but that is disgraceful to let him score that goal. There's about 8 players that could have done something, and he's just walked through us completely. So that's embarrassing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick at the lineups first. That's what I'll look at to begin with. Look at the lineups, say what went well and what wasn't right, and then I'll go on to the first half, the second half, and a summary. So the starting lineup. Now, it was said to be a 3-4-3, but we all saw that Edmonds Green were pushing into a holding mid-role. For me, the back 4 and the goalkeeper, I don't think we could have started anyone differently there. Now, I would have maybe started Jaheim Headley instead of Ruffles, just purely off of how good he was towards the back end of last season, but Neil will have done that for a reason. So I'll leave that. But then looking at this, it just goes to show why we need some signings, because the 2 defensive midfielders in this is Rodoni and Edmonds Green, and one's an attacking midfielder and one's a centre-back. So it doesn't really work, and neither of them can play that role. Koroma on the left should have probably buried that chance. He'll probably know that, but he's tried to be clever and go near post instead of his normal trademark of a side. Diarra played well to an extent, did some good little runs. Should have squared that to Rodoni when he turned around and shot, but Sorba put a bit of effort in to get some tackles done, but then ruined it all by just letting Mumba walk past him. And Ward was kind of just in the middle because he didn't get any real service. He only had about, 1 chance, I think. He only had the 1 chance up close, which he, should have probably scored, but he's only had the 1 chance. Looking at how Plymouth Argyle lined up, I can't say I was overly familiar with their back 4, but I mean, for being completely honest, they were all really good, really organised. They stopped us playing over the top, which I didn't understand why we were doing with Danny Ward up top, because he's 5'11". If we wanted to do that, then we should have taken him off and brought Hudlin on. Excuse me. That's from morning at a Morgan. Again, I wasn't familiar with a lot of Plymouth's team. Obviously, not being a championship team, they've just been promoted. But they showed us up. Whitaker had an alright game. Obviously, the goal he did get were just, Heelick and Nichols not communicating really. Hardy's goal was nice. And Mumba's goal was really nice. So, their lineup, they seemed very pragmatic in what they were doing. They looked like a team that had just won the league, a team that had played together. And fair play to them, they thoroughly deserved it. So looking at the first half, right, I've made some notes, trying to be all cool and professional here. So what I've noted down, obviously, is we set up wrong. I think we set up wrong. A lot of people do. I don't think Edmonds Green can play defensive midfielder. I don't know if I choose to have him in over another defender at the back, because I'd say our defenders are one of our better things. Not after yesterday, but in general. We heavily missed Kasumu. Without Kasumu, we're not the same team at all. Should have started Hogg instead of Edmonds Green if he was available. But I'm looking at that team and I don't see a playmaker. I'm not sure what type of... We've been sold players, right, over the years, and we've been told that they've fit like a role. Like... I don't know, like, how you've always got your different roles, like your register, your deep lying playmakers. There's all loads of different like roles, like space invaders, like Thomas Mullers and stuff like that. And a lot of players lower down in leagues get named certain stuff like that. But I'm just not seeing it. Like, I've been told that Radoni is meant to be someone who can dribble his way in and out. But I've not seen it. I've not seen it yet, and he chipped in last season with 2 crucial goals, but I just don't, I don't see it. The same with what is it with, like, you'll get your players, you'll say the ball playing centre backs, but they're not, because they're just getting rid of it every 5 seconds. Not always in our case. But it spoke about where people say that they've got roles, and it's not. It doesn't. What I'm basically saying is it doesn't show. So that being said, I don't like picking players out and saying who did and didn't play good, but I wouldn't really say that anyone played good yesterday. I'd give our better player, I'd say probably Diarra, because he did a couple of nice turns and a couple of good runs, and he was pressing hard. But aside from that, Pat Jones looked all right when he came on, but no. Nichols let himself down with the goal. So did all the defence, really. Edwards got completely mugged off by Mumba. Didn't see many good deliveries into the box by his wingers. Ward was just in no man's land. Yeah, he didn't get great service, but he didn't exactly, make it so that he was able to pick the ball up in better areas. We look at the bench and what we could have brought on. Excuse me, it don't really make sense to me. We could have brought on Kyle Hudlin, who was, who's obviously 6'9", and every ball that we played was going over the top. So begs the question is, why wasn't Kyle Hudlin playing? That being said, so let's go into the goals. So like I say, the first goal, Nichols and Hellick and Edwards have all kind of played their own part in. Edwards has let Mumba go past him, and then Hellick and Nichols have just miscommunicated completely, and Whitaker's there, and he's just kept going and just managed to tap it in, and it's bobbled and gone in. Our goal, Diarra's picked ball up on edge at box, cutting onto his left, shot hit the post, and it's rolled out to heal it with an open goal. So it's handy enough for us. So both the goals weren't really... the Mumba movement in the first goal was nice, but apart from that, both goals were just, near enough, I wouldn't say open net for theirs, but all you had to do would be there. So they weren't great goals that anyone had worked hard for it in that regard. Moving on to the second half, we came out on the front foot. I was really, really, I think we were all really hyped up to see when we were going to score, because for the first 15 minutes we were on it, and then we took his foot off the gas. Mumba picked the ball up. No one cared to tackle him. Sorba started and then just started walking back. Loads of players did the same. I'm not just naming Sorba, it's not fair. Loads of players did the same. I think Pearson and Hogg ended up shirking a tackle as well. And yeah, he made us look daft. Absolutely daft. Just going to quickly read some of the comments. That starts the season, George says. Tuesday we need to bounce back. It's going to be a long season ahead up the town. Yeah, it is going to be a long season. Yeah, Ed, I'm all good. Hey up Yorkshire Gaming. Jack's not happy at all. Off performance to me. Another painful season. Probably made Mumble look like Messi. Yeah, spot on. I think Warnock will last couple of months get the sack. Why haven't we got players in that can create chance to score goals? Embarrassing enough. I've already enough. Everyone's slowly did my head in. Realise how bad that Mumble one was at the time. Yeah. With no players going to cause any threat, Darrell looked lost. New season, same town. Edmonds Green not good enough. Hopefully, we can sign that Jebison. Don't get me wrong, Nichols goalkeeper yesterday all over the place. Didn't know whether he's going to go for the ball or not. Edmonds Green's too slow. Passing's nowhere near good enough to be a midfielder or fullback. If we are being honest, we created chances. Should have scored 3. Karoma should score, so should Rudy. Defensively, we were shocking. Yeah, we wasted the chances that we did have as well. Can't believe Heather Cheek to go on Twitter on about fans being concerned about signings. Need to invest in 2 midfielders. Ward did himself no favours whatsoever. Zero movement, super pressing. Courtney says salt and pepper. We play like we did yesterday against Leicester. We're going to get absolutely battered. Promoted with over 100 points. It's not going to play him. Players in this week, Shirley Brad. Salt and pepper that my middle class. Blake. Hi, Argyle fan here. Other than your performance, your support was made in good atmosphere. Thanks a lot, Tyler. Yeah, we did show well in fairness. If any players in, you managed to make notes, you're a genius. See you in Jan. Defo need players in. Master Miss Kasumu, yeah, exactly. Pearson nearly already beaten. Yeah. Certainly isn't Sky yet. First mistake, get past. Second and third, embarrassing. It slides through that bottle, yeah, spot on. 28 were a better team. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Blake, Mumba and Whittaker cost us over $1 million each. Whittaker nearly joined for Rangers for $2 million, but Swansea rejected it. Yeah, so Plymouth have got promoted. Fair play to them. And they've spent $4 million. Oh no, they've spent $3 million. $2 million, sorry, I've just read that wrong. $2 million, and they've got Mumba and Whittaker. Whittaker's, a young, hungry striker with a point to prove, and Mumba, well, we don't even need to comment on Mumba. I'd drive down to Plymouth and get him now if he were coming to us. From what I've seen, just the way he moves on the ball, he's quick 1-2s. He knows what he's doing. He's a really. I'd love to see. There's players like that I really like taking an interest in and seeing where they can go. Because if it is to stay with Plymouth and go even further, then great for Plymouth. But sometimes these players have a good year. Plymouth might cash in, and he might be in the Premier a couple of years. Played like that, scoring goals like that. Yeah, we were defensively poor, and Plymouth exploited every inch of that they could get. But it was a really nice run for both the first goal and the second goal. So, yeah. Let's look at the second goal. Like I say, Mumba's just picked the ball up, run straight through everyone. Everyone's shirking a tackle, and then he's just fired it to the other side. Honestly, he was the man of the match easily yesterday. Plymouth said so, I said so, everyone in the ground would have said so. The third goal, Ryan Hardy's 50th for Plymouth. From what I seem to remember, the ball's been picked up, he's been set through, and he's got a defender closing in on him, but he's more or less one-on-one. And he just, it's a tight angle in fairness. You know, he's gone, I believe he's right-footed, and he's gone, you know, a bit of a tight angle on his left, and he's crossed over himself and straight into the far corner. You know, really nice finish in fairness. Those are the goals that win games. You know, your Mumba's goals don't happen every week, but those kind of goals where you're one-on-one and it might not be the best angle, but you can manage to put it away, they're the goals that you don't always score, but when they do, it's a massive help. They're the goals that win your games, really. Hi, mate, here from Ange Channel. Hi, Kyle. Timmy was there, so I'm sure he knows what we need. We have to take chances in the loan market. Moy, Colwell, Smith Rowe, Chilwell. Yeah, one centre back, centre mid. Strikers just got 2 loans, 1 signing. Disappointing start, but remember it's a marathon, not a sprint for you lads. Yeah, I mean, of course, but it's just not ideal now looking at the fixtures. Now, I've completely underestimated what Plymouth were capable what Plymouth were capable of. I've completely underestimated them, and that's on me. But you now see our next 3 league games, is Leicester at home, Borough away, and Norwich at home. I don't see how we're going to get anything against Leicester, anything against Borough, you know, maybe something against Norwich, judging off that. So with the players we've got as well, I saw loads of people on Twitter last season saying, "Oh, the squad was good enough. We just needed a good manager." And then when good manager came in, we started playing better, and they were like, "Yeah, we told you so." But now the squad stayed basically the same, minus about 3 or 4 heads, and everyone's saying it's not good enough. So was it just average last season and bad now, or was it good enough last year and average now? So it's about the consistency, and it's about not losing, but the reasoning for losing. For me, if we're doing a 13, 14 hour round trip, right, and we go down there and goals like the Mumba one are going in, it's embarrassing, shocking, it's disgraceful to the fans. And, you know, I do, and I know countless others do, work hard for that money to spend on this. So when we do it, it just feels like a waste. Now, fortunately enough, I'm in a position where I post it on YouTube, but not everyone does that, and not everyone wants to do that. And the people that are spending money, it's not on for them, for all of us, because like, it's just frustrating, because every time I've seen this happen so many times, and I said it last season, and I had people saying to me, "You spot on there, lad, you spot on, or you're being a bit far, you're being a bit too harsh." But it's the jogging. It's the jogging and the lack of care that does me when you're travelling. But let's have a quick look at the comments. People saying it's only one game. We would have won if we took a chance. Should have, could have. Fothering and Margate in a mess at the moment. Yeah, I think we could be in trouble if we don't make these signings. Need Leeds back soon. Defend anywhere near like that against Leicester. Big cricket scarf. Gaspen really need some loans, otherwise relegation. Well, yeah, bottom 6, Tyler. It's a very tough division. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Argyle fan here. Honestly, thought it was still quite good. Half time could have gone either way. Good luck for this season, apart from the return fixture, of course. Is the panel returning when it's back from holiday? I'll give him a message in a bit and find out that. Evening, Brad, out of interest, how much do you think Nichols would go for? No rumours. Looks like we're losing Ruddy. I don't know. I think if Nichols was to go, it'd probably be to a promotion contender. Obviously, no offence by that, but that's who he's been linked with in the previous months and weeks. But it'd probably be a couple of million, 3 or 4 maybe, 2. I don't know. I'm not too good with values. What do you think of Tom Edwards? Pre-season he looked all right, but then Mumba just made him look silly. That first goal. Josh Cohen plays for a contract, gets one, reverts, which Chan said yesterday. Need a new striker. I'd like to see Hudlin used because we're not. Let's use him. Situation with Sauber post. I'm staying out of it. I'm not buying into stuff like that because we don't understand the context with that post. We have an amazing home record. Only lost 2 at home last season, drawn 1, and won like 70% of the last 2 seasons. Yeah, I spoke to Dan, a Plymouth fan. I did a preview about that, and he said the same. What do you think of Jemison? I've not seen enough of him to comment. The way I look at it, though, if Sheffield United aren't starting him, then should we be doing? I know we're on different levels. I mean like last season and the previous seasons, but some of the statements over reactions have been ridiculous. But Paul yesterday has definitely worked to do. That's our post claiming something else isn't mocking the club. Hopefully a couple of new signings. Yeah, I think we need them. I think we could be in trouble if not. What else did I have in my notes? What else did I say? We're going to say. Yeah. Argyle fan here. I thought it was a fairly even game. I just looked more convincing around your box. Yeah, agreed. Guys had more threats. You only had Karoma. Yeah, agreed, Bert. Agreed. What I was going to say was, and someone summarised it up a bit earlier, was if we play, obviously when we're at home, we'll have more of the ball, or you would assume so, but not against Leicester. If we play like that against Leicester and defend like that against Leicester, then they're going to run rings around us. We're not going to have a prayer. So we need to get these signings in quick and hope we can salvage from a bad start, because I don't see us getting anything out of that game, or even the Borough game for that matter. Not with this squad. And I know I've kind of been hypocritical here because I said I thought that this squad would be okay as long as we had Neil Warnock, but I'm starting to figure out the more teams I look at that everyone else seems much more organised and much more organised and pragmatic could be the word, and plays in the right positions and stuff like that. We don't have them too much. We've got injuries and stuff like that, and the rest, and it's just I can't deal with another relegation battle. Like I say, I'm only a young lad, and every year that I've been supporting Town has been a relegation battle or a promotion race, and I can't deal with the stress. My beard's going to go from black and ginger to grey, and I can't have that at my age. So it's too much. Leave one for you all lot soon. Thank you, Sam. Just what I need, pal. Hopefully, we can make it right after Borough at home. Hopefully. I won't be here for the Norwich at home game because I'm at Leeds Fest. But yeah. I don't think I'm going to Borough away either. So I refuse to pay £32 on a ticket. So need to have magic on the EFL Cup. Need our formation. Our formation was a 4-2-3-1. on Saturday, and yeah, we had 4-2-3 when I said we don't have the players for it. Unfortunately, we need defensive midfielders, and apart from Hogg, we don't have any. So we're going Borough at home. Yeah, we'll be going on Tuesday night. You think Warnock's heart is in it? He said he did it to a favour to the new owner. Excuse me. I think his heart's in it. Of course it is. Neil loves the club. You know, he's always spoke highly of us, and you know, I've never heard a bad word from Neil in regards to the club. So I assume hang on, it's back to comments. All right, Anne, how you doing, mate? I'm a Stoke fan. I'm with you on this one. In my opinion, Huddersfield have gone from Prem to close to relegation. Ask a question: do you have the investment to buy players? We have the investment, but FFP are going to be on us like a hawk because we've not earned enough funds or won it. When it Cowshed first time, Borough, I'm buzzing still. My daughter's going Leeds, so she just says, God's sake, Paul. Don't understand why we didn't play huddling when the wind was holding everything up in the air. Going Leeds first 2, can't wait, me. Basic defence errors cost us Saturday. The first, second goal was simple. You stamp those out, we scored chances. It all looks very different. Yeah, but, you know, it's not, you know, it's not ideal. I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall in the dressing room after that game, in all honesty. But like I say, it's tricky because it's Huddersfield don't like making it easy for yourself. We haven't got the players. And this league's getting harder and harder, and the running we've got now is going to be difficult. You know, there isn't a bad team in this league, maybe apart from Rotherham, but they'll still probably beat us. Who do you think's going down? I said Plymouth last week. I don't think that anymore. I genuinely couldn't say. No, I couldn't say. After what I saw last season with QPR, where they went from first to like bottom, I can't confidently say anything. So just play it by ear, as they say. But yeah, I wasn't happy yesterday at all. Sorry, the friend me the Royal Passports is so strong. Yeah, I wasn't happy yesterday. I was really disgusted in what I saw. But it's life. It's been a town fan. It's never going to change, is it? Same thing every year, but that's just it. So before this takes a rather miserable and depressing turn, I'm going to call it there. Next video will be Borough at home on Tuesday night, so not tomorrow, the day after. Stay tuned for some. And then Saturday we've got Leicester. So that means that Friday I'll be trying to get a live preview out, and I'll probably ask Ant to come on. We sort out with him. And then Leicester are taking us to the cleaners. Really sitting for Borough, probably Cowshed. Probably. From what you saw yesterday, do you think Argyle will be okay? If they play like that, as organised and, like I say, pragmatic as they were, yeah, I think they'll finish about, as high as maybe 15th. I don't know, but like I say, I was impressed with you guys yesterday. Impressed with Mumba, impressed with Hardy, impressed with the midfielders. Yeah, I need to see Argyle gets a team that has a defence. What we're saying, yeah, schedule. And then the Tuesday after, I'm going to go to a neutral game. I've not decided which one yet, but there'll be a vlog out for that. Then the Saturday after that is the Borough game. If I can get there cheap, then I might go, because it'll work out, a similar price. It's the ticket that's the big chunk. So if I can get there cheap enough, I might go. I think what else. And then who've we got after that? Yeah, Norwich the week after, Leeds first, then West Brom. And then Rotherham. So that's kind of the game we want to be turning things around at, if we're still down in the doom and gloom bit by then. Then a bit of an easier run, in fairness. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. It's only the first game, like we've said, but we've got to sort it out. So hopefully. Right. Sorry, guys. I was just looking at something on Twitter about town. Interesting. Right. That's all from me. Like I say, that's going to be the upload schedule for the next couple of weeks. If there's more videos than what I've said, then there's more videos, and we'll see as and when there's new signings. There'll be a reaction video to that if it's worth doing one. So yeah, anyway, guys, thank you so much for the support. If you do enjoy these streams and videos like this, then please leave a like. Comment down below who you think we should sign, what you thought of the performance, and anything relevant to the video, of course. And subscribe if you are new around here. Thank you so much for all the support, Town fans. Thank you so much for all the support from the Plymouth fans. I'll see you guys on Tuesday night when we play Borough in the Carabao Cup. Have a good rest of the weekend, guys.